I'm the head archaeologist at the Santa Claus Research Institute, or SCRI, located in the North Pole. And we're about to show our definitive archaeological evidence of the existence of Santa Claus. We have here our fossilized cookies that were found in a Neanderthal cave in southern France a few years ago. And they're located beneath a large stalagmite, which appears to look like Santa Claus's beard. We theorize that the Neanderthals were actually making offerings to Santa Claus, and these are the remainders. They actually carbon date to 60,000 years ago, which would make this the oldest existing proof of Santa Claus in the world. Here we have, found in North America, fossilized reindeer feces, or as we call them, corpelites. And these are carbon dated to about 400 years ago. And the DNA in these shows that these are not related to the reindeer that you normally find. And we believe that these are from a certain species of flying reindeer that would also be proof of Santa Claus' existence. This was found in New Zealand a few years ago, and this was found as a Maori burial offering. And right now we're about to carbon date it to find out the exact age of it. This is a dating technique that uses an argon laser and bombards the artifact with argon gas and will give us an exact date. Amazingly, we get a date of 2000 BC, which would be 2,000 years before Claus, making this the second oldest artifact that we have recovered. These artifacts were found in the tomb of Seti II in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt, and these are part of the Book of the Dead, and we believe that this is the Egyptian god Santubis, who was the god of naughty and nice. And as you can see here, the Egyptians are bringing gifts to Santubis, which would be in direct difference from our belief in Santa Claus, or Santa Claus is the bringer of the gifts. This is also from the same tomb. This is a burial offering that was buried in the sarcophagus of Seti I. And you see on this gold idol that he is holding the traditional symbols of the rule of Santubis, which is the hook which is used for lowering gifts down the chimney to the nice people, and a cat of nine tails style whip which is used to punish the naughty people, also slightly different from our vision of the modern Santa Claus. Perhaps the most interesting artifact that we have is this cookie, which is recovered in December 25th of 2002 in France, and we believe that this has been eaten by Santa Claus. There was also a glass of milk which was drunk, we were not able to recover, but we're going to use this and we're going to see if we can find Santa Claus's DNA and get the shape of his bite marks. This is being sent off to a lab currently, and we'll have the results in a few months.
The brave young scientist at the Santa Research Institute work day and night to unravel the mystery of Santa Claus.
We have found two new theories that Santa may have had scroll disorder and scoliosis. We found this skeleton last Christmas Eve when a house collapsed on Christmas Eve when he was delivering presents. And his hands are very claw-shaped because of his scroll disorder from carrying all that, and that caused scoliosis from all the presents in his bag.
One of the many discoveries we found was that this piece of feces that we think is from one of Santa's magic reindeer. It was found at an accident site involving a reindeer and one dead grandmother. And now, upon further study, we've noticed that it was made up of mainly sucrose and pieces of candy cane, which this would imply that it was under an extremely heavy, sugary diet, which is not natural for the majority of reindeer.
We were able to isolate this strand of DNA from a saliva sample in a half-eaten cookie. We call this unusual sequence the Santa sequence, and this here is the gene for obesity. This shows that the person had a very strong Nordic heritage. We've compared this sample to several other people and discovered that this person had a predisposition towards generosity.